This year, I've been secretly working on a game that could generate $100,000 of passive income, and trust me, it's nothing like you've ever seen before. How is this possible with no game development experience? Why am I making this game, and what is it even about? Well, in this video, I'll finally be revealing my game to the world and hoping people will play it. So let's dive in. Back in high school, I got completely addicted to this deceptively simple game called Cookie Clicker. If you know, you know, but if you don't, it's basically a game where you click a cookie to make more cookies. The objective was simple: make as many cookies as you possibly could. That's it. Sounds boring, I know, but it gets you hooked fast. Once you find out you can spend your cookies on bakeries to actually make cookies for you without having to click, and you can upgrade these to factories, something just snaps in your brain and you become obsessed with making an ungodly amount of cookies. This game took a really simple concept and slapped some game theory mechanics and opportunity cost economic principles into the mix, and this resulted in an endless quest for total cookie domination. However, there was always one thing missing from this amazing game, and that was there was no interactions with other players. You were just left to your own cookie clicking devices, and there was no real risk to spending your cookies inefficiently. Fast forward to this year. My partner and I have the idea to create a similar game with game theory mechanics and real opportunity cost actually built in. Enter one plant. In our game, there's one plant which will wither and die in 15 minutes unless someone waters it, which will renew the plant, reset the timer, and let the plant live on. But here's where it gets interesting. Anyone can water the plant, and doing so rewards you with a special item called treasure and coins called pollen. However, the lower the 15-minute countdown is, the rarer the treasure becomes and the more pollens you can collect. So if someone beats you to it and actually waters the plant before you, you'll have to wait for the next opportunity. Now, it's completely free to water the plant and collect all of the treasure, but you also have the option to pay a small amount to speed up the process and actually collect more treasure before anyone else does. There's no limit on how much treasure people can collect, but there is a limit on how much pollen can be found, which makes it a finite resource in the game. There's a lot more complexity under the hood, like there's extra bonuses for certain times in the countdown, but that's pretty much the essence of the game in a nutshell. You need to compete with other players to find all the treasure and keep the one plant alive at all costs. So why did I decide to make this game? Well, it's sort of a social experiment to see if people will compete or if they'll work collectively to harvest all the treasure efficiently. Because if the timer runs out and the plant dies, the game ends forever and there's no second chances. Any undiscovered treasure will be lost for eternity. The cool thing is, the treasure you collect will live on, regardless of if the game ends, and you can actually trade it with friends to complete your set. My end goal with this game is to raise as much money as possible to fund my much more ambitious project. So if you like the sound of it, please show your support by sharing this video with your friends and consider joining our growing community on Discord and Twitter. I'd love to hear your thoughts and hope you can join us on our big launch day coming soon. And if you'd like to see some behind the scenes content of how I actually made this game with our small team and shoestring budget, let me know in the comments because I think it would motivate me to build more in public. Anyways, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.